What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Tamika. Did you miss me? Hey, guys, I know it's been a while, but I'm back and better than ever. I'm going to do a video very soon and let you guys know why your girl's been MIA. But until then, I just want to come in here and talk to y'all about what's been going on with the group Xscape. Now, anybody who's known me or has followed me throughout my journey here on YouTube, everybody knows that I am a die-hard music lover, particularly from the 90s and early 2000s. So, Xscape was one of my groups. I'm like Scotty, Mr. Still Standing. I loved me some TLC, SWV, and Xscape. Those were like my top three groups. Got all their albums. I was there for it. So when they decided back in May that they were going to get back together, I got excited. I sure did. But I already knew it was going to be some challenges. So, as we all know, they went along and they did the BET Awards, which was cool. You got to see them back and on national TV at that. Not a lot of groups can come back and make their debut on national TV like they did. And then after that, they did Essence Fest, and then they came here to Detroit and sold out 2 shows, okay? And they were the bomb. So fast forward now, they have not only decided to come up with a biopic that they're going to start casting at the top of the year, but they're also doing a reality show entitled Xscape Still Kicking It. And they also have going to embark on a 29-city tour, which is selling out. So they're selling out arenas. And again, a lot of groups cannot do this. So they are definitely being blessed right now. This is something that does not happen. So I am really happy for them. But what is really disturbing me is what is going on as far as, okay, as you see on the reality show, even though Tasha and Candy, supposedly they didn't get along back in the day, but it was supposedly Tamika's lie about saying that Candy slept with everybody at So Def that caused Candy to be like, I don't want to do nothing with y'all ever again. So when this movie came out, when TV One was trying to do this movie about their life, of course we all know they decided to get back together to try to do this movie. But by them saying they want to do this movie, everybody took that as, oh, they're back together, and everybody ran with it because everybody was excited. So there you go. You got all these opportunities coming up, and they really haven't healed. So that's what I believe we're seeing when we watch them on Still Kicking It. And yes, what really propped me on this camera is Watch What Happens Live. They were on Watch What Happens Live after their show this past Sunday, and you could catch the tension with a knife. But what's deeply disturbing is not that they was having issues, because, come on, we're all human. We are going to have our good days and bad days, especially when we as a group have not necessarily figured out all our issues. You know what I mean? It's going to be times when we get along, and it's going to be times when we don't get along. And it just really disturbs me that a lot of people are jumping online and just taking sides like they know these people. You know what I mean? People want to bash Candy, talk about, oh, she want to be the Beyonce of the group. She need to get over it. And if she couldn't get over it, why join the fucking group again? First of all, as Candy has stated before, she wanted an apology so they could move forward and so they could all be on one accord about this movie. Like New Edition. How New Edition was all on one accord, so everybody could have their input, and it was phenomenal. That's what she wanted. And then maybe do a show here or there, That's what, but never did she thought that it would be this big thing where they selling out shows and, people just started running with it. They back together. They getting offers for a reality show and all this stuff, which is great, but they have not sat down and talked over everything. As Candy had said when they were on V103, when they announced that, there been talks and they were going to try to get this movie out based on their story so nobody could tell their story. She had just said that her and Tamika Scott had just started talking the night before. So they just started talking the night before, and then everybody just ran with the fact that they were back together. Well, Candy, not necessarily opposed to having the group get back together, but she's not all the way comfortable. And I'm not going to lie, the first episode did have me thinking like, okay, Candy, you do seem like you're a little bit on the bitchy side because, this I don't dip it, I don't swing it, when they was trying to get her to do the choreography. She was just over there by herself or whatnot. So I'm like, girl, I'm like, Tiny, either you in or you out, But episode 2 really made me understand why she feels like, number one, that she's always been by herself. And number 2, why the Scott sisters have always teamed up against her, why she always felt like they was ganging up on her. And number 3, why she's not really into going into business with them. As you can see in the second episode, it took Candy to really give the receipts on, wait a minute. Now, Candy is a little, she's a little extra, but she's right. Tasha, back in the day, was setting up her solo career between the second and third album and was not going to do the third album unless she could do her solo album. And not only that, she was not going to promote the third album. So, like Tiny said, they were offered $4 million, but lost out on it and only got offered $850,000 because they didn't think that they was going to get their money recouped because Tasha was refusing to promote. And then when JD left the company, Tasha's solo project kind of got shelved, and next thing you know, there's no solo project. So she's out here now singing where she can. Tamika Scott, she's, doing plays or whatever. But it really sheds some light on, okay, so your solo career didn't work. You was going to leave us high and dry. You made us lose millions of dollars. We went from $4 million for an album to $850,000. So which means split between 4 of us, we're really not getting shit. Do not make me become the Lisa Left Eye of YouTube and break down how they weren't going to get nothing. $850,000 after you pay the tax man, your management, you pay the record company back, they ain't going to have nothing. They'll be lucky if they get like $3,000 each for each of them, okay? So Tasha had let them out to dry. So I understand why Candy's like, yeah, I feel good about the group, but the business just ain't right. And I'm not comfortable doing all this business with y'all, like doing all these shows and everything. And I know everybody's like, well, she should have thought about that before she got back on board with doing these tours and everything. My thing is, she's a woman of her word. She's still doing the tours. She's still, doing the reality show. She's doing everything she's supposed to do. But people can't expect her to be like, oh, happy-go-lucky and just let everything go. Because even then, when Tiny had brought it up about how they lost that money because Tasha wanted to go solo, Tamika was like, I'm staying out of it. So it's like, okay, you always gonna have your sister side. So Candy do feel like, okay, it's the sisters against me. Tiny's gonna be neutral. So, I can't really count on her. So I am really by myself. So I understand where Candy was coming from. If y'all really look and really think about it. And I would be hesitant to do business because, first of all, who's to say that we don't blow up again and you want to do your own thing again and leave us high and dry again? So I'm not going to stop what I'm doing, invest all my energy into this group while it is a blessing and while it does warm my heart that people are, paying to come out and see us, like that whole thing with the Essence Festival. They were at a super lounge and you had thousands of people who couldn't get in and was out there mad and out there just singing their songs because they couldn't get in. Like, that is a blessing. So she's not oblivious to that. It's just that it's a lot to consider. First of all, will the business be right? Can I trust you so I can stop what I'm doing to be a part of this group? And, you're going to leave me high. You can leave me high and dry. I don't know if I can trust you. And then we got to get a real management team because I don't want your husband, I don't want nobody's husbands, boyfriends in the mix. We need an unbiased manager. I totally get where Candy is coming from. So I know Watch What Happens Live. I know I'm all over the place, so bear with me. But it was just so much going on that it was just like crazy. So on Watch What Happens Live, they were on there, and Candy has stated that, yes, I'm doing a tour, but as far as new music, they're going to do new music. And Andy asked her, well, why aren't you recording with the girls? And she's like, well, I'm going to be doing Broadway and some other things. Like, they're going to do the music. Excuse me, y'all. And a lot of people got mad. A lot of people felt like, okay, so you're going to take the money that we paying for these tickets, make a couple of million off your fans, and then bounce? I don't think she's doing that. She's never committed to really being back into the group. A lot of the fans wanted it, and rightfully so. I was one of them. So this is myself included. So she was trying to do what she could and give the fans what they wanted. So she agreed to do some shows. And, the tour, how would you not do a tour when you're selling out? Okay. But now it's like, okay, now you want to do another album, which means after that we got to promote again. And then we got to go on tour to promote that album. I don't think she's here for that. I think she wants to, do these shows, do this little reality show, and do this biopic, and then she's done. I mean, maybe if they could get themselves together in the meantime while they're doing all this promoting it, doing all these tour dates, who knows? They probably can get it together. She might decide to get on a new Xscape album. But a lot of people can't dog her and be like she wants to be the Beyonce of the group when it was Tasha who started with the Beyonce moves that destroyed the group in the first place, but then everybody want her to just forgive. And it's so funny that everybody wants Candy to forgive. Even with the whole Phaedra and Portia, all that stuff that went on between her, Portia, and Phaedra. Everybody wanted her to forgive Portia and forgive Phaedra. Like, they didn't, Phaedra didn't lie on her, and Portia wasn't the one that was, sitting up there co-signing with her friend at the time. It's like, okay. Which wouldn't have been so bad, but Candy and Portia was cool too. Like, Portia was team Phaedra, like her and Candy didn't have a relationship. Like, they weren't friends. Like, Candy didn't help her and put her on when she had just gotten divorced from Cordell. Remember, before Portia was on Dish Nation, she was sitting up there trying to rebuild her life, and Candy helped her do that. Yeah, some stuff didn't work out. Like, she put her on the Mother's Love, and we all know how that flopped. But it was the point of the fact is, She have not a lick of experience when it came to like stage plays or anything like that. She was going to hook her up. Same thing when she wrote her that song. You know, Portia has a song out that Candy wrote for her. So she was trying to help her, quote unquote, rebuild her life. So they had a relationship. So I understood why Candy was like, you need to be a little bit more neutral. Like, stop coming down on me like we weren't friends. But everybody wanted her to, you know, suck that up and just forgive Faye or forgive Portia. It don't matter that they lied on you. Just, you know, just forget about it like you would forget about it. Same thing with Tasha. It don't matter that she cost you millions of dollars. It don't matter that she refused to promote the third album. And, you know, was only going to do the third album if she could go solo. Forgive her anyway. And I know it happened 20 years ago, but it will make you cautious to do business with somebody if, you know, they're liable to do that then. They may be liable to do that now. And it's like, again, who's to say that Xscape don't blow up again and she don't let people get in her ear again and she wants to go solo again. So everybody's mad that Candy talking about she's not doing any new music. She's not going to stop what she's doing right now to do that. I do not blame her. And if you really thought about it, you wouldn't either. It just really surprises me how people on social media like to just go in and expect people to tolerate and put up with things that they wouldn't put up with themselves. They expect others to turn the other cheek, turn the other cheek. Put down in the comments, why is that? Why do everybody expect her to be self-forgiving when she's been countlessly wronged? And it's like, it's not like even speculation. People know that she's been done wrong. I mean, it came out that Phaedra lied on her. People still mad about that. You know, people calling her a whiny bitch. Okay. Same thing with Xscape. Tiny spoke up and said, that's what happened. You cost us $4 million because you wouldn't promote the third album and you weren't even going to do the third album unless you got a solo project. That's been proven. But people still want Candy to get over it, do this and do that. Look, Tiny and Tamika, they're different. You can't expect everybody to be like them. And I love Tiny's attitude. I love that she's humble. And I love that she gets along with everybody. Hell, I'm like that too. So I think that's a great attribute to have. And Tamika, she lied on Candy and said that she slept with the whole So Def. You know, she admitted that she lied, but people want Candy to get over that. And Tamika, I know she's just happy to be there, of course. She's just happy to be there, and that's her sister. So at the end of the day, she not going to say nothing against her sister. So, of course, she going to be neutral, too. So it does become like Candy against Tasha or Tasha against Candy. So, I mean, I just really want them to get it together. But everybody taking sides and bashing people, that's not going to help them figure this stuff out. Actually, social media, everybody bashing and taking sides ain't doing nothing but irritating the problems that they have, which is lack of communication. So I'm like, let them go through their ups and downs. They're going to have good days, bad days. But at the end of the day, if y'all want them to be together and really get past it, allow them to go through this process. So anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think about Xscape. You know, getting back together. Let me know what y'all think about the new show. I actually think that this is better than Real Housewives of Atlanta so far. I know Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to get better. It just started, and we know we got like 1,000 episodes of them. So they're going to take their time. And we only got 4 episodes of Still Kicking It, so they had to get right into it. But I'm enjoying Still Kicking It, so let me know how you guys like it. Let me know about what you think about the dynamic of the group Xscape. All right, y'all. Until next time, peace and love.